Write down heading, data types in Java. Data types in Java. So guys, we have two types of data types in Java. So what are those two types? Simply data types. Two types of data types. One is what? Primitive data type. Primitives. This primitives is also known as predefined, and we have a non-primitives. Non-primitives. This non-primitives is also known as user-defined. So we have a two types of data type, primitives and non-primitives. This primitive data type again differ into. So again, see, like the primitive data type are so Boolean type. They are having some numeric type, Boolean and numeric type. So this numeric type again differ into two types. What are those? Character type. So we have this numeric type is also differ into character type. So just write down this like this, character type. I will draw properly, okay. And integer type. Integer type. Character and integer type. So again guys, this integer type again differ into two types. One is what? Numeric. So this is what? Integral type. This integral type again differ into two types, integer type and floating type. Integer type and floating type. Integer and floating. So what are the integer type data type we have? The integer type we have byte, we have short, then we have int, and then we have long. So what are the floating type data type we have? The floating type we have float and we have double. Float and double. These are the two types of floating type data type. Okay. So just let me draw this properly. So we'll draw it properly. These are the four type of data type or integer type. And what are the non-primitives data type? Non-primitives are, you know, we have a class type like string type we have, then we have array type when we create array type, or we have class type also. So these are the non-primitive data type. Okay, these are the data types in Java. So draw it properly. So data types are differ into primitive data type and non-primitive data type. And these non-primitive data type are two types. What are those? Those are, you see, string type and array type. Whereas primitive data type are these Boolean type, numeric type. Numeric type are again differ into character type, integral type. Integral type again differ into what? Integer type and floating type. Okay, this Boolean type is what? Boolean. So character type is what? Character. So Boolean type is what? So we have Boolean, and character type is what? Char. Okay, let's draw it properly. So we have Boolean type and numeric type. Numeric type again differ into character type and integral type. Integral type again differ into what? Integer and floating type. These are the integer type. All these are integer type. So if you go here, all these are integer type. So byte, short, int, and long. These are the integer type. And we have floating type. We have two types of floating type. What are those? Those are float and double. Those are float and double. So coming to the Boolean type, we have Boolean. Coming to the character type, we have char data type. primitive and non-primitive. Let's go for next. What are the data types we have? Okay, data types and the default memory allocation for those data types. So data types, and then we'll say default memory allocation for that particular data type, and default value allocated to that data type. You know, we have an integer type, like we have byte, then we have short, then we have int, and we have long. These are so these four are a integer type. Then we have a two are floating types. Those are float and double. These are a floating point data type. And then we have, so users like predefined, one more is what, string. Then we have boolean. For boolean, just we'll write like this, boolean. Then we have character type, char, like this. So boolean data type, character data type. So actually we have 8 types of primitive data type. What are those 8 types? 8 types of primitives are boolean, character char, like integer type 4, and floating type 2. These are the 8 type of primitive data types. So always remember that. So this is the data type. What is the default memory allocation for byte? The default memory allocation for byte is what? 1 byte of memory. This 1 byte of memory is nothing but 8 bit of memory. Okay. 1 byte is equals to 8 bit. Similarly for short, what is the default memory allocation? For short, 2 byte of memory will get allocated. By default, Java will get allocated 2 byte of memory, that is for 16 bit of memory. Okay. Similarly for int, how many default memory allocation? For integer type, 4 byte of memory. And for long, 8 byte of memory. For long, just 8 byte of memory. Similarly, I will write for float also. Float will take 4 byte of memory, and double will take how much? 8 byte of memory. For string data type, we don't have any memory allocation. Memory is not allocated. So for that we'll write. And for boolean type, is there any memory allocated? Yes, the boolean type, the memory is not allocated. Sometimes somewhere like some people told one byte of memory will allocate for boolean, but somewhere is what? Memory is not allocated for boolean. For character type, how much memory? 2 byte of memory will get allocated for character type. So you know guys, for default value for these are all these are a integer type. The default value for integer type is what? Bit 0. The default value for floating type is what? 0.0. Whereas the default value for string is what? Null. Default value for boolean is what? False. And the default value for character is what? Blank space. As you know that blank space, nothing will be there. Okay. So let it be. I will write here. The default value for this 0. Here also 0. Okay, 0. Here also 0. So 0, 0, 0. Okay, write down. So for long type is also what? 0. Default value is what? 0. For floating type, the default value is 0.0. So 0.0. And the default value for string is what? Null, as you know. For boolean, the default value is what? False. And for character, the default value was just a blank space. Just a blank space. Nothing will be there. Draw this table properly. Let's go ahead for type promotion. Okay, how to perform typecasting or type promotion for the any data type. So heading is what? Type promotion. So how to perform type promotion in Java? You know what are the data types we have? So from left to right, you know, byte is what 1 byte of data, short is what 2 byte of data. Similarly, int is what 4 byte of data, long will take 8 byte of data, then float and then double. So why we are writing float and double like this? So we have one more data type that is called character type, 2 byte of data. So you know guys, when you go from left to right, that is called upcasting. You are going to perform upcasting of the data type. You can easily perform conversion of smaller memory data type into what bigger memory data type. Okay, smaller memory data type into what bigger memory data type. Here you may thinking like long is 8 byte and float is what 4 byte. But while conversion, if you will get some extra data, not an issue. Okay. So this is what left to right is what when you convert any data type, we are moving from left to right like this. Left to right we are moving, left to right we are moving. So this is called auto upcasting. Type promotion. This short will get converted into what int. Short like character can be converted into what int. Character can be converted into what long, float and double. Byte can be converted into short or int or long or float or double. So short can be converted into what int, long, float and double. Integer can be long, float and double. Okay, this is called when you go from left to right. This is called auto upcasting. This is called auto upcasting. But when you want to perform so conversion from right to left, like right to left, this is called explicit downcasting. Explicit downcasting. This is called type promotion. How we are going to perform type promotion in Java. So this table is important, guys. You should have to remember this table. So write this table properly. Type promotion, left to right and right to left. Type promotion in Java and draw this table. Let's go with typecasting in Java, guys. How to perform typecasting. Write down heading. Typecasting in Java. So what is meant by typecasting? In typecasting, we are going to convert so that particular data type into what required data type. Okay, converting a particular data type into required data type, that is called typecasting. What are the types of typecasting? Types of typecasting. Typecasting. We have two types of typecasting. First is what? Auto upcasting. Auto upcasting. And then second is what? Explicit downcasting. Explicit downcasting. These are the two types of typecasting, guys. Okay. So we'll take a look into what auto upcasting, how to perform typecasting from smaller memory data type into what bigger memory data type. What is auto upcasting? Here we will convert smaller memory data type into bigger memory data type. So converting a smaller memory data type into bigger memory data type, that is called auto upcasting. That is called auto upcasting. Let's go with practical. Write first this into required data type. That is called typecasting. Okay, let's move with practical. So let's go with local variable only. How to convert local variable? So you know, smaller data type into bigger. We are saying, let me create a one data type that is called short type. Short yes is equals to, I will take 100 value. This is a short data type. So how much memory? Default memory allocation 2 byte of memory. You know, 2 byte of memory. Can we able to like store 2 byte of memory into 3 byte of memory? Yes, we can able to easily store. So I is a 4 byte of memory. Yes or no? Integer is this is a 4 byte of memory. So similarly, we can able to like convert this 2 byte of memory into what? Other like 8 byte of memory. Like long is a 8 byte of memory. So easily you can able to store into 4 byte of memory and 8 byte of memory. This value. Okay. If you want to display this value, how to display? Just use to display this. So I will use system.out.println. What is the local variable we can access directly with variable name? What is the variable name? We can access. And so here we have converted this byte into what? Long also. We can access variable name is what? L. Similarly, you see float. Float f is equals to 25.5 floating value. This is what? 4 byte of memory. This is what? 4 byte of memory. Can we able to convert this 4 byte of memory into what? 8 byte of memory? Easily we can able to convert. So simply, easily, what is the floating value? D. So we are converting 4 byte of memory into what? 8 byte. These are called, so here we are converting smaller memory data. You see, 2 byte of memory we are storing into what? 8 byte of memory. Here also 2 byte of memory we are storing into what? 8 byte of memory. This 4 byte of memory we are storing into what? 8 byte of memory. So this is called, so storing a smaller memory data type into what? Bigger memory data type. That is what? Conversion of smaller memory data type into what? Bigger memory. So this is what? Auto upcasting. So automatically they will get casted into what? Upcasting. Let me compile and run this application. So just go to the command prompt, and to compile this, just use this command javac test.java, and to run this, just use java application name is what? Test. You see, 100 got converted into what? Integer type as well as long type, and 25.5 got converted into what? Double value, that is floating value. Okay, this is what? Auto upcasting, right? This is. Now observe carefully. Okay guys, I will take 4 byte of data. So this is what? Integer type. How many? This is 4 byte of data. So can we able to convert this 4 byte of data into what? 4 byte. Float is a 4 byte of data. Both are 4 byte of data. Can we able to convert? So as well as we have a long is what? 8 byte of data. Default memory allocation for long is what? 8 bytes, as well as for double is what? 8 byte. Can we able to convert long into double? Definitely we can able to. You see, while conversion, here we are trying to convert 10 value into what? Decimal value, or like integer value into what? Floating value. 10 value into what? 10 point some extra data. 10.0 we will get as an output. So we will get some extra data. Here also, while converting 100 value, we are going to convert 100 value into a floating value. So we will get some extra data, 0.5, 0.0 data. So while conversion, if you will get some extra data, then you will not get any compilation error. Okay, you will not get any compilation error. But while conversion, if you will lose some data, definitely you will get compilation error. So simply, you see, let me compile this and run this. So what is the value? Floating value we are displaying, floating point value, as well as here also double value. Control S, compile and run. So to compile, just use previous command, and to run, just use this command. You see, the 10 value got converted into a 10.0, and the 100 value got converted into a 100.0. Am I clear? Just write down. While conversion, if you will get some extra data, then we will not get any compilation or runtime error. then we will not get any compilation and runtime error. Then we will not get any compilation and runtime error. Simply the data will get converted. Simply the data will get converted. That is called auto upcasting. That is called auto upcasting. Let's try to do vice versa of this, and what will happen. So here you see, I will take float TF is equals to 20.25 floating value. We'll declare like this 35. So if you try to convert this floating value 25 something into integer, what will happen? When you try to convert this floating value into integer, what will happen? So what is the value? 25.35. So while conversion this 25.35, so into what integer, into what 20, okay, so you will lose some data, 0.35 data you will lose. So while conversion, whenever you will lose the data, so definitely you will get a compilation error. It might be a like you may thinking like, so this is a 4 byte of data, this is a 4 byte of data, and while converting this into what 4 byte, that is why we are getting this compilation error. No. So you see here, so if you try to convert this 4 byte of data into what 8 byte also, like long is a 8 byte, if you try to convert into 8 byte also, you will get compilation error. Actually, while conversion, whenever you will lose the data, you will get compilation error. You should have to do some typecasting. You should have to explicitly perform. You should have to explicitly convert the data when you want to perform a typecasting from bigger data type to smaller, or else whenever you will lose the data, then explicitly perform downcasting. If you don't perform downcasting, you will get compilation error. So for this example, you see, we are losing the data. When you compile it, we are getting error. You see, so error, incompatible types, possible lossy conversion. Okay, so like that we are getting at line number what, 7. At this line number we are getting this error. So let me copy this properly. Incompatible type, possible lossy. Copy this and paste line number 7. As well as here also we'll get incompatible type, possible lossy conversion from float to long. Float to long. So always remember that. Okay, write down. Right. While conversion, if you will lose some data, then explicitly perform downcasting. Otherwise you will get compilation error. Okay, this compilation error you will get, guys. Incompatible type, possible lossy conversion from float to int or from float to long, like that. From which data type to which you are converting, that possible lossy conversion you will get. So for that, write this example. Here, guys, explicitly you should have to perform typecasting. How to perform typecasting? So you see, in which data type you are going to convert into integer type. So simply in here, perform this typecasting. First, what we are doing here, we are going to convert this floating value into what? Integer, performing into integer type, and then we converting into what? Integer, like this we are doing. So here we are going to convert into what? Long type. So in which data type you are going to convert? Just this is called typecasting. When you perform explicit downcasting, typecasting or explicit downcasting, so you will not get any compilation error, even though if you will lose the data. You will lose the data. Okay, let me compile this. First compile the application and then run. How to run? This is the usage. So you got converted this 20.535 into a 25. So we are displaying this 20.5 here, 20.35 into. So here, let me, in which data type we are converting I. So and here also L. Compile. Both the time we should have to get 25. You see, converted 25.35 into 25 integer value. So still we not got for any compilation and runtime error. Just because of that, we explicitly perform downcasting. Okay, write this. Now let's convert bigger memory data type into a smaller one. So bigger into smaller one. You have done with this. Completed this one. Text in. So let's, we have a integer type int I equals to 10. This is what, how much it will hold? 4 byte of data. It will hold 4 byte of data. So same 4 byte of data, if you want to convert into a short, so this integer value, if you want to convert into short, how to convert? Simply use here. Into short you are going to convert. And just display that short value. Yes. Or else if you want to convert into byte, this 4 byte of data. So what is I? We are going to convert this 4 byte of data into what byte? Into what 1 byte of data? Simply we can able to convert into byte also. So let me display that byte value. So like this. So or similarly, if you have a, so double is there. Double 100.25 value is there. 35 value is there. Now you want to convert this double into what? Float. If you want to convert this double value into what? Float value, how to convert this? Just simply use in what data type you are going to convert. This 8 byte of data type, you are going to convert into what? 4 byte of data type. So bigger memory data type, we are going to convert into smaller memory data type. So double is what? 8 byte of data type, we are going to convert into smaller. So simply like that. This is the conversion of bigger memory into smaller. While converting a bigger memory into smaller, this is what 2 byte of memory. Here we are converting 1 byte of memory. So always perform explicitly perform downcasting. In which data type you are converting? Byte. Use byte. In which data type you are converting? Short. So this double you are converting? Float. Always use in which data type you are going to convert. If you compile this, so now you will get no issue. Compile, no compilation and no runtime. All will get, you see. So 10 will get converted into short integer type only and into, so 100 point something got converted into a float. So actually let me display this byte value. So 10 here for short, again one more time 10 here for byte and 100 here for float. 2 times 10 and 100.35 one time. Okay. So this is what conversion of bigger memory into smaller one. This is what conversion of bigger memory into smaller memory data type. Write down this. Let's try to convert instance and static variable. So let me take, this is the integer type and this is the floating type. So these both are instance variables. Let me take static variable, or let's first go with instance variable and then we will go with static variable. Okay. So to load this instance variable, we should have to create objects, and default value for this integer type is what? 0. Whereas the default value for floating type is what? 0.0. So So you see, when you convert this zero value into what integer value into floating value, you will get a extra data. So when you will get a extra data, not an issue. So observe carefully here. Observe carefully here. To load these instance members of the class, object creation is mandatory. Create object. How to create object? Always we create object by using new keyword followed by class name like this. So I want to convert this instance into what? This floating value. To convert this instance into what float value? This t.i wants to convert. Okay, when you convert this integer value into what floating value, so simply use t.i equals to t.m. So at class level they will get converted, and if you display, so converting a integer value into floating value. While converting a integer value into floating value, you will get some extra data. So 0 you are going to convert here into what? 0.0. If you are getting 0.0, not an issue. But same value, if you try to convert, so into what integer value, you trying to convert this floating value into what integer value, where you are trying to convert 0.0 into 0.0, we are going to convert into 0. So it means you will lose the data. Whenever you are going to lose the data, perform typecasting. I will perform in what data type we are going to convert? Integer. So let me display that value. So this is the instance variable we loaded. Okay, instance variable. Control S. Come here, compile. Conversion of integer into what? Floating, and floating into what? Integer. Not an issue. You see, first time we converted integer value into what? Float, and that second time float value we converted into integer. Like this. This is what? Instance variable. These are what? Instance variable. If you took static variable, let me take static variable. Static, I will take byte. Okay, byte B, 1 byte of data. So static is what? 1 byte of data. Similarly, we'll take static float, or what is the short? We'll take short. Yes. So 2 byte of data. Let me convert 1 byte of data into what? To convert this 1 byte of data into 2 byte, not an issue. We can easily store this 1 byte of data into what? 2 byte. Yes or no? So if you display, these are the static, we can directly use. Similarly, this 2 byte of data, this 1 byte of data, you see, short is what? 2 byte of data. B is what? 1 byte of data. This 2 byte of data you are trying to convert 1 byte. Always perform typecasting. Bigger into smaller, perform typecasting. Whereas smaller into bigger, so this is what? Bigger. You are converting this smaller data type you are trying to store into what? Bigger one. Not an issue. So you can easily store. What is the data type? Yes. So this is conversion of 1 byte data into what? 2 byte. Here conversion of 2 byte of data into what? 1 byte. While converting 2 byte into 1 byte of data type, perform typecasting. So that's what we perform typecasting. Here we are converting 1 byte of data into 2 byte. Don't require typecasting. Easily 1 byte of data we can able to store into 2 byte of data. Okay, let me compile and run. Observe carefully. No compilation error as well as no runtime error. Now these are the integer types. That is what 0000 we will get. Am I clear? This is the static variable converted. These are the instance variable. This is static variable. This is called instance variable conversion, and this is called static variable conversion, from smaller memory data type to bigger and bigger to smaller. So like that we have done. Write this last example.